Love to go sailing? Wouldn't you like to capture that if you're able to paint or draw? Well, you can. And this is how simple it can be done. Now, this is the scene that's from one of my books called Seascape Painting. And it's done in 4 simple steps. Remember, we start off, and it's very easy. You just dip the brush in thinner because that gets the brush going. Pick up a little bit of blue and make a dot in the center and a line across, and then another line between them unevenly, just to indicate the general feeling that you have in this particular picture of a mountain in the distance or some low shape. All right, you know what's coming next. You have an outline, and the next thing is undercolor. You can take the white and just smear it right on your canvas. Take a knife and just move it along. And have you ever noticed whether the sky is lighter at the bottom or darker? Well, that's one of the great things about painting. It makes you really look and see. So I'm going to take my brush, dip it in the thinner again, and pick up some of the lighter color, yellow. Just tap that around, and a little bit of the red will come next. And even if your colors are a little mixed up, such as mine are, it doesn't make any difference, as long as it is lighter at the bottom and darker at the top, it will work. Now, we could even pull the sky so that it has a curve to it, something like that. Isn't that pretty? You can really enjoy doing this over and over again till you get it as smooth as you want. And just finger blend, although you could use a brush, it doesn't make any difference. But what I'm doing is just blending, maybe have the fun of playing around with getting clouds and just enjoying it. Now, we don't have that time on this show, but all I want to do is get you going, give you the general procedure. And next we paint that which is behind everything. Now, I didn't pick up anything else with the brush. I simply used it as it was and then picked up some white. So I'm going to do that and get that background in a very light fashion and skip a space here and then put the water area in, and the next thing will be, you know, the boat. That's right. Now let's look up here and see how we get that boat going. This shows you, if you were to have some guidelines that are halfway, you start off by making this mast line off center. Now you can use a dark color for that. Just put it off center. Then you have to clean your brush in between and put the white on. Now I'm going to just put the sail on just like that, very lightly with my finger in this case, and then curve the outside edge of it, put a little bit of a boat underneath that on an angle, and you can use the wood end of your brush, you know, to scratch in highlights, and you can just scratch the indication of people by indicating them. You don't have to paint them as if they were photographically there. And then put some color along the base, maybe a little flag up at the top, a couple of birds, and you too can paint your own picture